Kitty free, fucking rat, written, hitting blokes.
Good time zones, everybody, and welcome to Thursday, in which the age-old adage of "have you tried turning it off and on again" comes into play midway through trying to figure out what the heck Fnerbles has gone wrong with the start of stream. In this instance, I took out the card with the recordings for the previews on it and put it back in again. And suddenly we have previews. Oh well. Honestly, I must admit, this view. Oh, now that's an angle that I'm quite happy with. Welcome in, everybody. I hope that everybody has survived their Thursdays, mostly intact, and with as much sanity as they were aiming for. I wouldn't say as they started with, because some people lose sanity as the day progresses. Some people never had any to begin with. I mean, ours is not the reason why. Ours is but to failure to judge. Yes. Welcome in. Let's see. We have Kill Birdie getting in first today, and Blast Jordan arriving after them, trying not to be. Claim responsibility for anything involving parrot heads. Frauke coming in with them as well. Raven, welcome in. And then we got to the bots arriving, which is always good. Like a rum and coke, still have 2.5 hours to the end of the day. Ooh. Hopefully the 2.5 hours of stream will at least provide some confusing and slightly surreal background to that. Welcome into the Seribot and all the other bots. Ah dear, the scurrying begins. Welcome in, Kay. Welcome into TGM. So out of it, missed your 200th check-in. Oh no! Wait, hold on. Did you actually do the check-in? Yes, because you're at 201. Okay. Wow, we've had the check-in system for 200 check-ins. I should really start doing something with that, maybe. Oh yes, you've got the demo coming up. Well, I will keep my fingers it goes okay, Raven. Lotus, welcome in. At darts, I hope you have fun with darts. Just remember, the pointy end goes away from me, and feel free to aim it at Blast Jordan. No, I'm sorry, I didn't. You're fine, Blast. We only aim arrows at you. Oh, and spears. Have a good lurk as well, Kay. Krish, welcome in. All the Pokemon that haven't turned up for a while, apparently. Sin Lily, welcome in. Good to see you. Technical issues brought to you by Fnerbles and Mayhem. That sounds like a high-end food locator in, sort of East London. Yes, we get all of our food from Fnerbles and Mayhem. They provide all the best food. Right, let's have a lovely ooh. A lovely ooh. I've got a lovely ooh today. I'm gonna bring a lovely ooh. Let's see all the things here. And as you can see, I've been busy again between streams. The duplication has taken place across the back of the build. So we have everything that we built yesterday repeated. And we have a family of 4 of a mousehold in chat for those who might be interested in trying to catch one of those. Don't shoot darts at me. Know your target, practice fish, but let's not point fingers or dart needles. Yeah. But yes, all of the work from yesterday has been duplicated across to the other side. And boy, did that take a while. I swear, this build just... Yeah, every time I have to do something with it. However, I appear to be stood on top of it, which is always a good and interesting way to start stream, even when I'm not actually looking at myself. I hope that everyone had a good Thursday, though. Mine was surreal. I managed to confuse myself and many other people at lunchtime, which is never, which is an interesting and unusual way to do it. Most people, get confused at other times. Also, I've found a low-level Gust Park. Ow. Apparently, if I park Puffy in the corridor, Puffy doesn't fly away. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? University installed a grand piano in the middle of the hallway, free for staff and students to play, so you went wild. I do hope you can actually play. A grand piano. An actual full grand. Because those are huge. Alright, so, I think the first thing I want to do is the bit... Goodness, a full grand. Crikey. I want to do the thing that we discussed towards the end of stream yesterday, which is... to discover that Puffy can't get through this gap. Ah, lovely. You can play the piano, just not very well. I used to be able to play the piano. Actually took lessons. Couldn't for the life of me play it now. So, good for you. I prepping for this demo has been since 7 AM. To quote Nicolas Cage, you're a little tired and a little wired. Oh, Cal. No, I would honestly accept suggestions that Blast knows what they're doing with a piano. Hey, Inari. Pretty sure you're working on the research is the main reason that put you so out of practice for that I can believe. You do seem to spend an awful lot of time on the research. Ginger! Welcome in the patron saint of getting squished. Really? Is that all? I'm a little bit miffed that I seem to be dramatically lacking on scaffolding. I'm fairly sure I've done something wrong in this world. Oh, hold on. There's an awful lot of bamboo over here, however. Hey, chickens. Oh, yes, the bamboo chicken farm. I forgot about that. Dropping a lurk as you head for your nap. Have a good nap, Ginger. For our next problem, we need string to actually turn this into... maybe Cosmic snuck on and burned all the scaffolding, ignoring the fact that no one can log in other than me. Yes, there are only 2 people whitelisted on this computer, and even then the computer isn't accessible from the internet. After a week in the northeast US, you return to your normal time zone and rhythms. Rhythm is a dancer, Landstrat is a hydrating, and he's making me stretch now. Oh no, that's a completely bad combination of things. I'll hydrate. Welcome back, Landstrat. I hope that you are able to resume the correct time zone without too much issue. Anna. Oh, lots of pot Scots corn. How certain am I that Scots Cam doesn't sell access at night? At night, the server's switched off. Quite literally, when I'm not using it, I actually switch the server off. Might as well. Now, I'm fairly sure one of these... Aha! It's a good way of guaranteeing that even I can't Fnerble it up. That's interesting. Did I just... Wow. Oh! I did not mean to hit the sniffer with an egg. 1,000 to 1 shot. Suddenly managed to hit a sniffer with an egg. That poor, poor sniffer. Hello, Fnerbles. Are you actually going to hang around in the right place today? Or are you... How many different places are we going to find Fnerbles? It's a new version of Where's Wally? Where's Fnerbles? Actually, that would be... that would almost be an interesting one. I could just see that turning into an actual image. Where's Fnerbles? On today's installment of The Adventures of Fnerbles. Ah! Alright. Ow! Alright. What are we going here? 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I kind of want this to look like the ones to the side, because that would probably be sensible. It's another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need to work out what I'm going to do where that netherrack is. That's a problem for future Scots. Probably future Scots in about 20 minutes, but hey, it's at least 20 minutes from now. Then we got another 4. Then it's a 3. 2 2s. Ow. Let's try that again. Preferably without dropping myself off the cliff. Hey, true purple. Yes, it is. Fnerble. Really. Totally meant to do that. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Feed the Scots. Why can't I climb? Feed the Scots, he's fallen off things, he needs to repair himself. That doesn't feel right. Thank you, Raven. Let's see, then it's another one, then it's 2. No, it's not right. It's not right. Oh, is it? No. How am I... How have I gotten off by... Why does it... Huh. I'm looking at this with the camera count, and it feels like it's gotten off by 1. But it hasn't. Okay. It just looks like it. That's confusing. Let's just double check this. I am currently facing the front of the 2 out. First one. Yep. It's at the same level. That's Fnerbling confusing, man. That's Fnerbling confusing. Angles are fun. Yep. What do you call a fish musician? A piano tuner. Oh. If I bounce on the bed, will it eventually let me sleep in it? Oh, we're starting with that level of statement today, are we? Okay. It's nice to know the level I'm operating at. Let's see. Hey, Dan. Welcome in. There's a reason why Blast has to use the highlighter message under those circumstances. We require a pun tax. In fact, anyone caught punning without the use of a pun tax has to pay the pun tax separately. Now that's interesting, because that means that in theory I'm at the point where I should be doing this. It is the same. I don't like it. You could say that those who refuse to pay the pun tax get punted. Oh dear. Ah dear. Okay, I think I'm going to extend these bits a lot more and have this much larger at the front, and that's a phrasing that can't go wrong, really. Can't go wrong with that phrasing. Perfectly innocent, totally natural phrasing. Apparently today is going to be one of those days where I throw myself off scaffolding regularly. Hey, Mad. Welcome in. Right. What I think I'm going to do is take out... How? Thank you. Take out that one as well. Once a piece of pufferfish, you just want more to pop. I mean, once you pop, you can't stop. Right. Ah, Fnerbled it. And we have an electric. Electric? Yes, it is an electric. In chat for those who want a distraction and some pufferfish, some Pokemon. Yeah, have a piece of the Pokemon instead. Don't encourage this behaviour. Poor pufferfishes have to suffer from the popping. Speaking of pun tax, welcome in, Elkhorn. My neighbour stole my socks off the clothesline. I was going to confront him about it, but I got cold feet. Oh, Elkhorn. Oh, dear. That sounds like the sort of pun that should be in a Wallace and Gromit episode. It's the wrong socks, Gromit. The wrong socks. Available now. Scotsman Falling from the Skies. Volumes 1, 2, 11 and 48. Krish, Elk and Mad all caught that. Yep. Puts Elk's socks in a bucket of water and throws it outside in the cold. Now. At least stuff it in a freezer first. Have a good look, Mad. Thank you. Is that 4? No, I've gone one too many. I keep having to retrieve the blocks because I don't want to end up finding myself short. He says finding himself repeatedly falling off of scaffolding, which is probably going to make him short anyway. No, throw them outside so he has to get them. Either soggy socks or let them freeze. Wow. Wow. Brutality. Right. I feel like this is not the right place to have put that block. Fresh frozen fish. Delivered to your door. Just as fresh as they were the moment they were caught. Or something like that. There's no such thing as fresh frozen food. Gordon Ramsay has taught us this. Gordon Ramsay has not taught me anything. I don't pay attention to him. A streak! A streak! It's a streaking mad! And, well, you did say you were going to take a nap. So, congratulations, you've been wrapped up in a blanket for your nap. Thank you for the streak there, Mad. 6 catches, 3 escapes. Goodness. I hear it's easy to convince ladies not to eat Tide Pods, but it's harder to deter gents. Oh, good grief. Elkhorn. Squirrels are too busy focusing on rum to pay attention to Gordon Ramsay. Yep. Meanwhile, Dan is on a 3-stream streak as well. Steak streak. And your first infraction, you've been caught and thrown into blanket jail. Sorry, Dan. And Elk is now on a spin cycle. And Dan is happy. So obviously Dan was cold and wanted warming up. Okay, that looks better. That looks better. I'm happy with that. How does that look in more context? Yeah. You spin me right round, baby, right round in a washing machine with an Elkhorn. I kind of feel like I should have actually... I want to say I should have made that lower. It's one of those things where it kind of feels like it shouldn't be quite so high. I feel like Elk is enjoying that washing machine cycle too much. Oh my. It's a spinny moose. That's spinny moose, not mini moose or Minnie Mouse. Just so that I don't get sued by Disney. Thank you. Should you put him in the tumble dryer instead? Yes. How much does the combined laundry of everyone in the White House weigh? A washing ton. Oh! Mercy! Mercy! Have mercy on this old and ancient squirrel. Ancient squirrels of evil, transform this decayed soul into Scotsman, the ever-living... No, what? That was awful, I like it. I think a lot of what's going to actually define how this goes is what we do with the inside. What do I do with the inside of these supports? No, it's too tall. It really is too tall. I'm looking at it, and the more I look at it, I don't like it. Alright, time for the first rule of Fritties. Bring it down. Right, let's bring it down to here. Ancient squirrels of evil transform this decayed trenchcoat into Scotsman, the ever Fnerbling. Oh my. Also, I think I should maintain some of the consistency on this and just go straight up. Except not that high. Where's my clip it button? How did I just... But... What? How did I end up down here? I was supposed to be up here. Thank Fnerble. Right, let's... Rumours of Scotsman's incompetence and inability to build are legendary. I actually do have a clip it button on my stream deck. I use it so rarely I can never remember which button it is because it's not labelled. It's hidden behind something else. Which should tell you everything that you need to know about just how much attention I'm paying to what I'm doing sometimes. Yep, that works as well for okay. Where did that end up? Really? I would love to say that I've not looked at one of those, Raven. But to be honest, I've looked at it and immediately discounted it as being not worth it. Hey, Ritsu. It's silly. You know, it's bad when I can't even get back onto my build. I know it. There it is. I was about to say, I know I managed this a minute ago. Right, this is where we start stretching it. Right, I need to gain... How many blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks over the course of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. Five blocks up, 5 sections up. You know, that might actually make this easy. Eight, 4, 8's 32, 6 dials, and the the screen strip down the middle. should have only been a 4, I think. Yeah. So that's a 5, so that becomes a 6. And then this gains 1, which means it's basically take out these 2, put that in, and put in 2. Ow. Okay, how does that... Oh, that looks so much better. And we have a Duosian in chat, for those who might be interested in trying to catch a Pokemon. Yeah, I think that lower angle, or that lower level, works so much better. It doesn't look like it's been sort of... It feels like it's added to the building rather than plonked on top of it. Right. I mean, the fact that I am plonking it directly on top of it has absolutely everything to do with nothing. It's everything to do with nothing. Feels like it furs the colour. Yes, thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, so that one and that one are even. That. Oh my. One more. One more. There. This is where I have to just... I love the fact that sometimes you're able to catch the block that you've just broken, and sometimes you're not. And it's just like, thanks, Minecraft. Thank you. Just... Yeah! Well, I needed to be down here anyway to be able to go to bed. So... Oh, whoopsie. I spleefed myself. You're not supposed to do that in public, mate. You can't spleef there. Blast. You can't spleef in a public place like this. Ow. Somehow I did it again. I'm not even sure how. Alright, let's try this again. Are we making progress? Hopefully, because if we're not, I'm going to be upset and cry. Yanks brain out of gutter, behave, Cal, family friendly, family. Yeah, yes, please. Don't make me pull the adjacency card out and tap it. No, that doesn't go there. Apparently Raven, on the other hand. Well then. Apparently Raven woke up and chose Fnerblery. Right. Yep. That quote is absolutely accurate there. Okay. Right. Okay, yeah, that looks so much better. It actually feels like it's part of the Who Says You're Awake. Okay. Well, I assumed you were, seeing as how you've been theoretically fairly successful today with work. But, I mean, feel free to argue that one. Okay, I think that works. Only took us, what, 3 attempts? And 5 falls? 5 falls and a funeral. Right. I feel like the next thing is... Now, one thing I've not been doing with any of these shapes is adding any stairs and so forth. Do I want to? No, can't be bothered. And yet we've got the stairs on this one. Quite a lot of stairs on this one. I think without... I think the sort of slightly brutalistic design can live without them. Stairs, my arch nemesis. Okay, let's see. So now that we've got something approximating a structure here, part of me says I should just bring this... Oh, well, I would bring it that way, but hey, if you ain't got any more deep slate, you can't. Whee! If I am, then I'm from the McCoy era when they first learned how to actually use stairs. I tend to think of it more as Poe from the Kung Fu Panda. Hey, Fnerbles. It's nice to see you're still in the right place. Yeah, da, da, da. Also, speaking of that, I've seen... I mean, Daleks, that is. I've been watching... there's a couple of people that I follow online on YouTube. There is a partwork company called Hachette. Hey, Chris. Bizarrely, I was just eating as you arrived. Anyone would think I was trying to survive. There's a company called Hachette who do partwork magazines. They've been producing a partwork magazine that is a half-scale Dalek. Half-scale. That's huge, still. It's also expensive as all Fnerble. Because it's... Which part of this is the... oh, yeah. Goes to here. How's anyone supposed to use a pepper pot that big? I don't know. I think it works out at something like £1,900 or something by the time you've bought all the parts. Which is ridiculous. Dang thing has a heck of a lot of electronics in it, though. I mean, this thing's got motors in it so it'll drive around. It's got lights in it. Cost. Possibly also weight. Speakers, lights, movement, motors. The eye stalk has a screen in the end of it, so that it's got the sort of animation of the eye stalk opening and closing type light movements. It's bonkers. Okay. So, question. Did we... Oh, hey, I found the rest of my scaffolding. Yes, we did bring this. So, we've got consistency here. We've got this going all the way across. And that going all the way across. I think what I might do is consider this to be the bottom of the... Drat, you know, your brain is designing Dalek shells for mobility scooters. Speakers? That's my fault for reading Landstrad's line immediately all over again. I think this is going to be the base of the tower. The mention of Daleks unlocks a memory from a lot of people's childhoods. Anything in particular this time, though? Also, weren't Daleks actually just really ridiculously overpowered mobility scooters in the first place? Both in universe and out of universe. Good night, Blast. Take care of yourself. I think they were officially described as tanks. And they got stuck on stairs too, yes. Whoop. Right, let's just remove all of this. This will probably help with working out what the heck I need to do with this area. I've now got a bit more space and less tower in the middle of it. I have more space, less tower. Because it's all about that space, less tower. It's all about that base. Where am I? Up here. Come on, Scots. Climb the stairs. Scots goes up. Scots goes down. Scots goes to bed. You were young, like single digits young, out shopping with the family, buying a tall garden compost bin, stopped walking in the shopping centre at one point. Dad and his humour put the bin over the top of you. Just if you crouched, the lid was closed. As you stood, the lid would pop up. Scooting around the bin and oh, that sounds cool, Kel. So basically, young Kel cosplaying as a Dalek. Oh, that's awesome. Right, I've got 2 there. I'm going to take out those. Good. I'm glad that it's a memory that is fun like that. Managed to gather a crowd who were equally howling with laughter. Even better. Kel living up to the mayhem even as a young birdie. Somehow we rounded back to transportation jokes, really. What do you say to a frog who needs a ride? Hop in. Oh! Good lord. Some jokes are just not something that you can be hoppy with. Right. Okay, so let's have a look at this from around. Well, there's not really a good position to actually get a view of this from the camera count anymore. We're trying to work in areas. Oh, and we've got a Mothim in chat. Try and catch it or delete all your clothes. There's not really a good area to actually look at this with the camera count. But, let's see. What I'm thinking... Uh-oh. Careful, kids. He's thinking. You know, I kind of wish I'd left that actually a little bit longer than that. Because if we... have I got anything that I consider to be a... No, I don't. Actually, let's just take out... use those. Well, I guess the Mothim is going to continue to eat our clothes. Nobody caught it. What I'm thinking... Careful, he's thinking again. He uses that word. I do not think he knows what it means. So, what I'm pondering... If we bring a walkway over to here... Well, not quite that far, apparently. If we bring a walkway to here... We can have it so that there's a pair of bubble columns. Yes! Hey, Bellfire! Welcome in. Doing well. Just trying to figure out what the Fnerble I'm doing with this tower. And actually starting to get somewhere, I think. Yeah. Okay, that works. So what I'm going to do is... I do not There's a gust in the corridor. Hello, Puffy. For those wondering, yes, it is very silly. Right, let's put those away. I'm gonna hold on to those. I need... What do I need? Okay, so we'll keep the polished deep slate. I need brick, mossy brick. I don't have any of that. I've got stone brick. I've got tough bricks, but that's no good. There's a horse in my hallway. That's yeah, that's a song. That's definitely an interesting song to have a translation of. Right, let's swap that for that. somewhere around here I should have some moss. That's better. This one? That one? That one? Oof. Is that all the blackstone I've got? I don't suppose I've got some blackstone brick in here. Yes. Yes, I do. And some cracked ones, but I don't think I'll use that. But I can probably convert that polished into brick as well. That'll do. Don't want to use much of that. Some would say, why on earth does anyone have a song called There's a Horse in My Hallway? But earlier this week, there was a song in discussion about I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. So, apparently, yes. we encourage the memories of silly songs. Now, one thing that we've not sorted out is what the back side of this is going to look like. So, we will have to work that out at some point. But that's a problem for Scott's 20 minutes from now. Hopefully, give or take a little bit. Midna, welcome in. How are you doing? Let's take out that block, and that block, and move them to here. That's my this is my entryway. Here, but need to lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Midna. That reminds me. Yeah, I managed to somehow lose my... I'm going to lose my streak.
Different parts of the sword.
Oh well. Let's see. So if I'm doing this to match that set of structure, I think we're probably at the point where it's going to be dark in this area. But we will put in some of the mossy... Actually, no. We go to that. A little bit of the mossy. Where did I put my stone brick? There it is. Yeah, it's getting dark. Let's sleep before it gets dark so that I can actually, you know, not have to come back down here midway up the wall. Come on. The clock says it's B-dubs time. Clearly not quite. Dip, 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 dip. That must be enough. Really? As the sun sets in the distance, we find a panicked squirrel attempting to sleep so that it doesn't end up with creepers. That's better. Yeah, it is. But we've got it all the way up this thing already, Raven. It's supposed to be... Sorry if I swap over. It's not supposed to be representing... it is supposed to actually sort of be splotches of, well, oil, darkness, something. So it is supposed to be harsh. Bizarrely, I've actually built something that is designed to be harsh. Makes a change. Let's get the camera count over to this side so that it's got a better view. Nah, I wanted that. Let's go for mossy here. Ow. Really? I'm that far short of brick? Did I misjudge just how tall that section of tower was? Again. Good Fnerbling. Goodwill Fnerbling. Available now. Let's get another of those, and let's make sure I've got a spare 64 in my inventory. And let's just rocket our way back up there. Alright, next question is... where are we trying to land? Oh, apparently we're trying to land here. Woohoo! Yeah, I know. Again, I'd love not to underestimate this thing constantly. Chat are so far letting me place blocks today, Elcon. Don't give them hints. Right, let's go with a bit more of the black here. And I know I've just taken all of that out. I'll probably end up placing some of it back. There we are. Now, question, have I been putting stairs in on this? No, that's me. No, answer is no, I haven't. This thing must be an absolute mob farm all the way up. How does that look? That's looking better. That's looking good. Right. Now, what in the name of Fnerbles are we going to do with the back wall of this? Because the back wall becomes the top. And we never actually sorted out what we were going to do with the top of this. Oh, Lord. Also never actually finished this. But at the moment, let's focus on trying to actually build some way up, which is kind of what I'm doing. Because I'm now focusing on trying to put in a bubble elevator, which will allow us to get up this thing. So let's have a think. painful. He's thinking. He's trying to think again. Part of me thinks copper would be a lovely thing to go with up the back, but expensive as all get out. Could go with... Ooh. That might be interesting. I have an idea. Yep, I'm uttering the danger words again. I have an idea. Yes, but lovely. I agree. Expensive as Fnerbles and lovely is a good combination. Oh, well, I guess I'm holding on to those for the moment. Oh, didn't I have a chest of random Fnerblery? No. And... oh, a distraction! A Pokemon in chat! It's a Plussy! Quick! Add it to something. No, yes. Oh god, this is expensive. This is almost more expensive than copper. Almost. Oh, hold on. No, I've been preparing for this. I've been preparing for this. Badly, but I've been preparing for it. I knew this day would come. Whee! Right. Yeah. Now comes the... I might as well build another tower. Actually, I've been doing this wrong. Oh well. Actually, I'm not sure which way around that would work. Right, come on. That is not going to make a huge amount of a dent in what I'm thinking, but let's test it. 48. 48 isn't a bad start. That's 24 blocks tall. What I want to do is... you're a waxed exposed copper. Excellent, you'll do. And where's those wax exposed? They're exposed copper grates. They're not even waxed. Really? You mean that thing was slowly getting more aged? Huh. Fine. It is shelves, yes, Raven. I have a concept that I am pondering. It's not a good concept yet, but we will see what it looks like. It'll at least get me up a decent percentage of the way to an idea. Yeah. I basically made jungle wood shelves. Right, and some of those, and some of those. Hey, Footy, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Fnerble spotting. There's one. That wasn't planned. That really wasn't planned. Okay, now let's see. No, wrong way. 1, 2, 3. So, nah, don't care. Still got it the wrong way up. Dank Fnerble. I'm going to end up losing blocks just as fast as I place them here. Oh well. They are! That's the thing that confused us and brought us to giggle fits yesterday, Shadow. Fnerbles decided to just return to where they were. Was I consistent about my gap here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I think I might... I need some more blocks. Hey, Blackclad, welcome in. And thank you for the lurk. Yeah, somehow Fnerbles ended up back where they started. Have no idea how, no idea when. They just decided that they'd finished happily having their day off and came back down. Hey, Fnerbles. Hello, Feg, welcome in. And we have a stretch and a hydrate. Heil hydrates. And a Heil stretch as well. Oh, ow. Yikes. Yeah. Okay, apparently I needed to stand up for a minute there. Thank you for that. Right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Ah. Well, 2. I'm going to do that. So what I want is... yeah, let's go to there. No. One more. Then... so, one more. Well, you can get out of my way. So that, 1, 2. Oh, I've gotten that one block lower than I was expecting. Dope. Fnerbles. Let's try that again. That. 1, 2. That. No. That's where we cut off. Do that. 1, 2. That. That. There. 1, 2. This. Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be... Oh, no, that's the wrong way up anyway. Let's try that again. There. See, the problem is these transitions, because I want to make it possible to get up here. So I'm gonna regret this shape. Ah, you're kidding me. Am I really going to regret this? Just this spot, apparently. And that one... It's fine here. It's not fine here. Well, interesting. So, these joints, or these gaps, have an inconsistent overlap. This one's got 1. This one's got 1. This one's got 2. This one's got 2. This one's got 2. This one's got 2. That one's 2. 2. 3. 2. 2. Now it's just getting wider. So I want to leave enough room. Wrong server. So that when we get to here in a bubble elevator, we come across into there, or can get across into here. If I take this block out, yep, outside world, lovely. So I need to raise this by, so I need to put a soul sand there. And so it would be 2. So I need to raise this block. 2, 1, 2, 3 here. Huh. That's not helpful. That fits, though. Let's try it. See what we can do. Whee! Ow. Really? I thought I dodged that. How do I not have any... Because they're all in here. Okay. Today has been strong with the splats and the falls. And the splat falls. Let's intercept this lot while it's at this level of oxidization. You're stripped. That's the wrong chest. You're waxed. You're exposed. You're weathered. You're blank. So, oh, missed one. How did I miss one? Don't answer that. It's an off by 1 out of my inventory error. No, still the wrong one. Waxed, waxed, waxed. Shelf. Carefully. Oh, that actually. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Thank you. And the rain allows me to get to sleep a bit quicker. Woohoo! That actually... So I've just taken a look at this. That actually looks quite nice. I might have to adjust this one a bit. If I take out 2 of those, I can move them to the bottom here. So that works. Because what we can then do is have those replaced with trap doors when we get up to the top. Look after yourself, Raven. Thank you for joining us. And we have a Skrelp in chat for those who might be interested in catching it or missing it or whatever the appropriate thing was this time around. I need more of those, so let's do about that many of them. I came back down here for something. Oh yeah, there's. Where's my dirt chest? There it is. Get soul sand in while I'm thinking about it. Catch attempts, it's all good as long as you throw something at it. Excellent, I'll throw Fnerbles at it. Hey Fnerbles. Don't worry, I'm not going to throw you at anything. Oh, wrong way. Should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. Right. If I take out 1, 2, yeah, put that there, and put those there. What I need to do is take out... really? Take out that, and that. That, and that. That. Okay, so it's 1, 2, that. Ah! Whoops. Exactly. I'm not sure if the Wilhelm scream was better or worse than my scream there. Right, at the moment I'm just going to use these. Wilhelm sounded like he'd landed in a spider's nest. Then well. That. 5. That. 2. That. Definitely. I ran out of shelves. Oh, that's nice, though. That is starting to I need to work out what to do up the middle of this. I may just cut copper. And just have a solid line straight up the middle. But I like that mix of the shelves and the gaps. That gives it a very much more interesting feel. And that'll work nicely when it turns sideways. God, it's going to be a nightmare going around the curve. But on the straight sections at the top and the straight section at the back, it's going to look fantastic. The curve... Eh. Why do I make this any harder for myself? You know, I could make this so much harder for myself. Instead of using solid blocks, let's use half blocks and quarter blocks and... Well, no. Why didn't I just go, I know, let's just use copper grating all the way up. It'll be perfectly fine. Why am I making this difficult for myself? Because I want it to look pretty. Is that a sensible and valid answer for the amount of horror and pain that I'm about to put myself through? Did a wandering trader just literally appear beneath me? Let's go back down and visit the wandering trader. Probably with an arrow. Here, wandering trader. Here, wandering trader. I've got some trading to do with you. I'm going to trade your life. You traded your life. Hello. What have you got? No, nothing interesting. Mini ender chests. You'll buy water bottles, go away, blue ice, ooh, fire coral block. Given that I still haven't found a decent, thingamahoo's, nah, you know what? I don't care, mate. I can live without your shopping. I don't need your shopping. You can take your shopping and shop off. There we are. Free leads. Free llamas. Right, let's get back to what we were attempting to ruin our sanity with. Would have been better if I'd landed down there rather than up here, but it's close enough. Free leads. Am I wearing a right rise today? No. Ooh, hold on. do need to do is do that. Right. This is where it's all going to fall apart as a plan. Hey, Dab! Welcome in. Oh. And we have a Merry White House interception.
Bladder's patent as a trap roll!
Doesn't matter how much you scream and rant, you're still in blanket jail. The Merry White House bot cares not for your Fnerblings. Thank you for the streak, Feg. 365 streams. It's a full year of streaking. Woohoo! Well, a full year of streams of streaking. Wow. Because, I mean, that's probably closer to 18 months of streaking, actually, given the way everything goes around here. Or something like that. You have the right to remain silent. I choose to waive that right and Fnerble repeatedly. Do I have 3 blocks here? No, I don't. By putting that stair in, I've Fnerbled it up. Dag Fnerble it. You see, if I do that... Please tell me I've got a... Yay, I've got a stonecutter in my inventory. Why is the copper split into 2 stacks? Who knows? Who cares? So that's still 2 blocks. 2 blocks should be enough for me to be able to walk forwards when I get to the top of that bubble column and into this bubble column. Is it worth it, though? Or is it worth, at that point, just swapping over to ladders? I mean, that's a pretty hefty amount of distance. And then it's one... Yeah, it's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. And then it's 1, 2... And then it's only going to be 3 blocks. That needs to move. That's not what I meant to move. 3. I'm having one of those, what am I attempting to achieve moments. Right. So if I want a stair there, I probably want stair, block, stair, stair. Yeah. that doesn't work. No, it does, because it's over here. Ooh. You see, that's now 4 blocks gap above that, so that actually didn't need to come up as high as it did. And we have a Pokemon in chat, for those who may be interested, in a Baneri. Probably get away with that. So if I'm putting 3 above. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Soon TM. Crikey, Frauke. Are you on yet another? How many runs through your Pokedex are you getting to? Do you ever get things like Mew appearing? I think they turn up in events. They're probably limited and locked to special events. Oh hey, I caught the Baneri. Yay. They're probably not spawnable, if that makes sense. Legendaries are events, and sometimes for the Golden Coin Shop. Yeah, okay. Here. There. Hey, Mr. Hobbs. Goodness. First time chat? Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Kind of surprised that's the first time chat. I thought you were... I've seen you in so many other channels and so many other chats. I thought you were a regular. Been here before, obviously never... Well, that's the thing. According to Twitch, that was your first time chat as well. That's why I gotten confused. Either that or Twitch's. Which is entirely believable. I mean, we all know Twitch Fnerbles a lot. According to Twitch, not the most reliable of statements. Yes, that's true. Here, deep in the worlds of Twitch, we find a Scotsman Fnerbling. Hashtag free pixie. I was about to say, I don't think I've seen them yet today. Because of Twitch. True. Is that a 1 gap or a 2 gap? That's a 1 at the moment. So I need that, and then that. That's enough to put in that. Then I need a 1, and then a... That's the wrong way up. You catch me as I'm attempting to work out the back and top of a slightly confusing arch that I also want to have the ability to climb up the interior of as a means of getting to this area up at the top of it, which is a Happy Gust docking station. This means I am trying to figure out how best to leave large amounts of space on the interior of a very thin space, whilst also making it look good. It's messing with my mind, which is not as difficult to do as you think, because it's my mind, and therefore it's in 12 species. 12 species? 12 pieces! All of them one species. A different species. Squirrels. All of them wearing a trench coat. Are there 12 species of squirrel? I'm not sure there are. But what it is resulting in is my brain sitting in a corner going, why are you doing this to me? I love the airship. The airship is one of my favourite detail builds around here. And I've got a lot of detail builds. Kiwi! I should have said hello there. Welcome in, Kiwi. Okay. I need ladders. And actually, I should probably sort out what I want to do down the middle of this first. So that we can block off the water columns. Canadian Dragon, welcome in. Love your face. Welcome in. There. Is that a 3? That's a 3. Right. That's a lot of types of squirrels. 21 species of squirrels. Good lord. Apparently Frauke has found a 21 different species of squirrel. So the question is, which 12 species of squirrel are living in a trench coat? This question and many others aren't going to be asked. Ooh, I'm not that one. Yeah, let's just go with that. So. You know, I think it's just going to be... No, not that. It's not going to be that. I think that up the middle between the two water columns is going to be expensive as all Fnerble, but it's going to look good. This tower is expensive. Today on This X is Expensive, we find Scotsman referring to pretty much any build he ever does. Is Scotsman the 22nd species, the drunken splatting squirrel? Habitat, they dwell in trench coats. In a colony 12 comprised of 12 individuals. You know? I approve of this law. We should consult Attenborough. Here, in the wild mayhem that is Twitch, we find an unusual species. The colonized squirrel. Living in a colony of 12, usually, they exist inside of a trench coat. Let us watch their unusual habits as they attempt to Fnerble their way through a day. Feels like we walked in on the creation of a brand new sentence. Hey Sydney, welcome in. Would they be like hermit crabs, discarding their trench coat for better ones they come across? Probably. Have a good lurk, Mr. Hobbs. Thank you for joining us. Oh, I ran out of build. It's at this point I could adjust these to be stairs and just walk up. Really? Are we actually just straight one block up constantly at this point? Yes. Yes, we are. You've had 5 hours of work meetings today and you've crashed a fresh energy drink. It is the hour of the gremlin. It is the hour of the gremlin. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, they discard their current trench coats to exchange them for another with more pockets. To store the extra bottles of rum in said pockets. Exactly. Exactly. Good lord. Right, let's find about 4,000 buckets of water. What else would they store in these pockets? Rum. And more rum. I think one of my... All the rum. Exactly. Nuts. Didn't we have this conversation earlier and it elements of this conversation earlier and it got resulted in Blast getting quoted? Need some moonshine, I know, guy. I'm fairly sure we added... Yes, quote 586. This conversation did result in quote 586 at one point. That was Pokemon balls, not nuts. Okay. Around here, we're all nuts. Right. I need to keep going. Oh. Well, that's wrong. Well, I found... No. Come back to that in a minute. Here we find Scotsman discovering where it all went wrong. It's the only quote that's been made today so far. Yep. The phrase "so far" is unfortunately inevitable. Uh-oh. That'll do. Oh, Good, we can place that. And we have a Gilgar in chat, for those who might be interested in trying to catch that. This is where it's going to get interesting. Always does. Thank goodness for Respiration 3. Now, the one problem with this is it's likely to result in a headache. Okay, at that point we swap over to ladders for a little bit, because it's honestly not worth I don't know. Oh, suddenly Scotsman is outside the build instead of inside where he placed his bed. Ow. I've also made a slight tactical error here. A slight tactical error. Nothing major, just slight. Well, we live here now. Oh yeah, this is where it also came into chat and found a stuck Scotsman. Yep, that happens occasionally. At least it wasn't a drunken Scotsman. Hey, Mr. Roo. Welcome in. So at this point, we can swap out. Yeah, it's here upwards that we can. No. Oh well. Let's chase that block. Nope. Chase that block too far. That's not where I need to be. Has anyone seen that block? Where did that land? Doing dissertation work, trying to decipher a French paper, and you don't speak French. Good luck, then. I'm sure you'll be fine, Mr. Roo, but good luck. Okay, I'm very, very confused. Where did that block land? It came down from up here. There it is. I still missed it. Nope. Psst, 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 psst. Here, blocky, blocky, blocky. Good, blocky. Right. So, the question was going to be, do we turn it all into water elevator, at which point we're going to have to increase some of the gaps? Or do we... I vote for making it... Whoop. I vote for making more of it water elevator. I think making more of it water elevator would probably work. Could be a Minecraft boxing movie. Blocky. Blocky 14. The Revenge of the Block. The Revenge of the Block. It'll also help with the fact that, yeah, I think that we're going to turn more of this into... Right. So look at... What? Yeah, let's test this. Going up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up. You know, that feels like a sensible-ish path up the tower. Doing that. Even if it results in a bit of a headache for the fact that I've got to fix stuff and adjust stuff, I think that will be more fun. Fighting Soviet block game could be fun. Isn't that basically Fightress? Right, so I need I need to go up to here. 1, 2, yeah, that's where I place the stair, which also means this needs to rise to here. Yeah. That block's done. One, two, stair. I think. Yeah. So, don't mind me, I'm just abusing the first rule of pretties and ripping it down again. I need a there, so that's got 2. Hey, Urban, welcome in. 1, 2, stair. Which means... Oh, I need to adjust that. 1, 2... Stair. Ooh. You can tell I'm adjusting this on the fly. That's got 2. There. Ooh. Okay, this is getting to the point where it might be easier just to install ladders, but... Yes. When I accidentally dropped myself in with the Ravagers last week. Yeah, ladders would be easier, but not as much fun. I absolutely agree, Raven. Also, welcome back. 1, 2, so stair here, which means that that gets to go up a block. Have I been to an end ship? No. Have they changed? Demo done, 30 minutes. Yay! Oh, and 3 hours early tomorrow. Nice! That's a good use of a Friday, if ever I've heard of one. Now I've got loot of item frames. Okay. Oh, that's where that block that I accidentally threw downwards went. Okay, I think I should be putting in stairs at that point. So that's the point where we stop. Yeah. So from here upwards it can be stairs. Need to work out what we make the stairs out of, but we can sort that out in a minute. But that means that this is the end, my friend. Yeah, that's not 2. Oh. I'll hydrate. What I might end up doing, and a stretch to go with it, is causing silliness in a minute. Oh, ow. Yeah, Fnerble. Thank you for that, Peg. Apparently I needed to stand up a little. I'm looking at the side of this and thinking, wow, that top edge is now very thick in a lot of places, so it might be worth adding in more copper grating to it. So I may end up taking out some of the polished deep slate on the side and adding more copper grating. Right, 1, 2, so I need to go 2 here. Because I've been adding just like that. Not like that, just like that. You'll like this, but not a lot. It's the lovely Debbie McGee. What? So 1, 2... there. That's now got... no, that's just going to be there. Not all of this has... it is needing adjustment. But most of it is. One, 2 there. So it's just a stair there. Excuse me. And that's the point where we just adjust back to... oh, no, hold on. I need to work out what I'm going to do with the stairs before I do anything with that. Right, let's make sure this is all watertight. Which apparently we can't do, because we've run out of the waxed copper grate. Fortunately, we've been in range of my waxing station. My waxing station? My weathering station. Some people have a weather station, I have a weathering station. In which we stick the copper outside and let it weather. That's still the iron chest. I'm sure we all heard waxing station. Hello, Krish. Actually, if anything, it's more... I've been sticking my copper outside and letting it get... and exposing it. Which is very much more of an oh my. Oh, look! It's a distraction! It's a Pokemon! It's a Sniffer. It's a Scotsman that needs to eat. Because he's been taking too much damage, bouncing himself off the walls, going up and down this fnerbling tower. I love the fact that I've done an awful lot of work here today, and not a huge amount of it is visible. Ow. That didn't need that. Right. Bang. No. Fine. So much flat. Right, bucket of water. I'll place it. I should have sorted out that. I should have brought something to use for stairs. What do we want to use for the stairs? What colour would be sensible for stairs on the inside of this? I don't want to use the deep slate. I don't want to use the copper. We've used a lot of that all over the place. But then again, would the copper be right? Should it just be copper? Fnerble, that looks right the moment I placed it. No? No, given that we've got the roof made of copper. What should we be using? Granite or brick? Tough brick? Tough brick might work. I think we've got some of that. Let's bring... That's not the right cut chest. Let's bring some tough brick. Gonna get a workout, heck of a workout. That's the thing though, Feg. This isn't the this is the way up to the Happy Ghasts. This is not the airship. The airship is just going to be a straight elevator up to walk into the airship. That's what this tower is for. We have two towers here. And a Happy Ghast in the way. Let's try with the... Why am I going up this way? Slow climb prepares them for the slow ghast. Something like that. It's more the slow climb is there to... because it's sort of more the... I don't know. I kind of view these as sort of... the tugs of the sky, as it were. This area is... Yeah, hold on. Did I bring the tough brick? Yes, I did. Excellent. I was about to say, please tell me I actually brought the tough brick up with me. That's not right. By this point, this is going to be a 3-wide corridor anyway. The Mile High Tug Club. Oh my. They're more going to be the tugs at this point, yes. Yeah, sometimes it's best not to ask, Sydney. It's best not to ask. Dag Fnerblet, when you get out of the... Right, time to get a headache again. Where's my kelp? There it is. Right, where's the top of the bubbles? Oh, you're kidding me. I've missed a... I've missed a Fnerbling section.
Go!
The worst bit is, I've got to climb back up on the outside. Who's Mr. Fnerbling section? He's part of the orchestra. Occasionally we just have the Fnerbling section. Sometimes the orchestra Fnerbles, and sometimes the... No, moving on. Hey, math girl. Happy Thursday. Right. Hopefully... Right. Let's do this the right way round. And go down to the bottom of the sections that are like this. Oh, this is almost silly. I love it, but it's almost silly. Right, let's take a quick nap, because holy Fnerbles, is that silly. The worst thing is I've got to do this in the opposite direction. Right. Somehow I came out of that with less kelp than I started with. But honestly, kelp is so difficult to get hold of. Right. So let's test our way up to the airship tower, to the Happy Gas Tower. I am just pressing forwards at this point. Yep, that. No complaints. Other than the fact that the floor's disappearing. That actually worked. Okay. How does it look from the back? That actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, tired brain misheard that as Kel is so difficult, and the instant thinking, no, you're not. It might be bedtime. Possibly. You're waterboarded and concussed on the way to the tug. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Lord in heaven. I also think that looks pretty cool from the outside. Oh, missed a gap. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I need to go through and adjust a few bits, like that block's wrong. Oh hey, I apparently found my missing kelp on the way up that way. Right. I need to find this block. This one. That needed to be raised by 1. That's better. And where was that missing block? There it is. Our tug pilots go through the most rigorous training to ensure skill and stamina on the job. Wait, really? Oh, good grief. I spent so long building my waterboard. We now return you to your regularly scheduled waterboarding path. What are you boarding? Yeah. That works. It's so much easier than trying to climb or fly, and it doesn't require ladders. There's not a single ladder in all of this tower. There's a lot of sections that are going to need some messing with to make them look a little bit less fnerblery. But, yes. The gas could have been docked on the ground. Considering how long it takes to get from ground level to where the ghasts would be, not really. You'd spend half your life waiting for the ghast to get downwards. I mean, if I happen to, for example, a time in hospital though. Right. This is how long, as a cam account, it takes to get down that amount of distance. And this is the cam account. This is not even a ghast. That's a not insubstantial amount of time to fly slowly down to the ground. Oh, that looks just amazing, though. I do like the way that this this bit on the front has gone. That has added so much to the shape. And actually putting in that that wall here, completing that, has made an awful lot of difference to how this feels. If we look from round the back and ignore the if we ignore the fact that the back wall is still green, the back wall and top of the actual arch, however, is starting to look really cool. Yeah, I think once that's been replicated across and taken all the way up the tower, that's going to look really cool. And yeah, I agree, the tuff is the right brick for the interior for the stairs. Okay, that was a nice cinematic shot. I wasn't planning for it, but hey. We have an Arctobax in chat for those who might be interested in trying to catch their last distraction. I need to figure out what I want to do with this back wall, because it's going to be pretty solid. I think I'm going to end up putting a lot of detail onto it. Although, to be honest, even if I just make it out of brick, which I might well do. Madness World, we have this super advanced technology to make this glorious gravity-defying arch in just a few IRL weeks. Also, Madness World, airships. What, you mean like this one? I mean, how long did it take to build this thing? It was a good few weeks. Make it all glass. That's a thought. But, yes, solid month at least. I think it was a solid month just for the gas bag. Because just shaping this Fnerbling thing was ridiculous. Sorting out the shape of this nearly drove me out of my marbles. That's what I get for freehanding it. Oh well. Do you have problems shaping your gas bag? Call Scotsman today on 1-800-INFLATE. He'll only inflate your bills. Yeah. On that note, however, with the inflation of the... please name a stream freehanding my gas bag. I think I did. I'm fairly sure at some point that was used as a stream title. Okay. We've made it to the end of the day. And we've made it to the end of the stream with only a few bits of concussion. And don't ask me how much waterboarding took place during that. Goodness. I'd like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It's been great fun. I know to me it didn't feel like a huge amount got built, but I know, and only one standing quote, so well behaved. Yeah, makes a change. It didn't feel like a lot got done, but that's because it was a lot of detail within a very, very large build. Which does tend to be slow. Unfortunately. That's the way it happens. I will be back again tomorrow at the same time, 2.5 hours previously to now. However, we will not be playing with gas bags or towers of this type. Tomorrow we will be back on Idiotic, where we are likely to be hanging out with Kel and Elkhorn and working on the Bounty Guild and the areas around it. So that's going to be fun. You just know we'll probably open the stream and immediately start trying to shoot Kel, or getting shot by Kel, or speared by Kel, or... You did not fnerble about the event. You realised you needed time for yourself, Feg. Do not in any way, shape or form belittle yourself. It is a ridiculous amount of work that you are putting in on this, and you are not allowed to belittle that. So, don't. Right. With that, we will have to fnerble at Feg a lot. Exactly. Good Feg. Perfect Feg. Well done, Feg. Wait, what? We added another quote? Oh, good lord. You did realise you needed more time. You did not push yourself to burning out. You did good. Good, Feg. Pat on the head. Pat. Exactly. Oh dear. Right, I am clearly getting a little bit fnerbled mentally, which is clearly a sign of all of the concussion from the... You had to once you realise that is actually the right number of letters for 1-800. Oh Lord, I dread to think what you'd actually get if you rang 1-800-INFLATE. Please don't try it. Whatever you do, please do not try it. Oh dear. Nope, not checking. Good. It's probably safer. With all of that chaos and mayhem, I will be back again tomorrow, as I said. So do take care of yourselves. I am going to send us out on a raid to the absolutely fantastic Gutty, who is on One Shot, which has reached day 28. They're getting so close to the end now, so let's go and make sure that we support them all the way through this. It is nearing the end, which has been fantastic. So, take care of yourselves. Continue to be amazing as always, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye-bye.